After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
This, however, would not be the end for the Cold War, which would span over 20 years. The USSR and the USA would launch plenty of tactical espionage conflicts against one another in order to gain a foothold above them and possibly come out the greater empire. While none of these were revealed to the public, they would later be viewed as plenty of inspiration for the espionage thriller genre in both fiction and nonfiction. One of which is the espionage thriller game Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the prequel to the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and a homage to the old 1960s James Bond films, which the Cold War was aggrandized and portrayed in. As one can see, their main operative, Naked Snake, otherwise known as John, is on a mission to recover a Russian scientist by the name of Sokolov, as he is the main scientist behind the invention of a devastating new weapon, one in which the Russians could gain over the US. This weapon, known as the Shagohod, has the ability to fire a nuclear warhead from almost any form of terrain. This would later evolve to be the bipedal weapon Metal Gear, the infamous super weapon that the Metal Gear Solid franchise so has you fight many times over.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater and the Cold War in a nutshell. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out my previous videos, go check them out. You'll be entertained. And also, I want to thank my big brother Dwayne for this amazing synopsis of the Cold War. I could have done it without him. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace!